For a full 5 decades now, Jerry Eckhardt has raced stock cars on a weekly basis on Wisconsin short tracks such as Columbus, Jefferson, Madison, and Slinger Speedway. At 26, Steve Apel, Slinger's two-time defending champion, has seen only a tiny fraction of what the 72-year-old mechanic from Johnson Creek has accomplished.
Probably like 20 years ago when I was coming to the track with my parents, Jerry always had an orange car, and always seemed like he had always had his cowboy hat on, cowboy boots, and it always seemed like a character.
Tommy Ramatka has watched and raced with Eckhardt over countless Sunday nights at Slinger.
Stock Car Racing magazine from like 1969 that he had got a picture of him at Kaukauna, so I think that's pretty cool.
Respect for Eckhardt is strong among fellow competitors such as Mike Egan.
The first race I was in with Jerry, it was the first time here. We were in the semi, went down the front stretch, and I don't know what happened, but I ran into him, and we both crashed, and afterwards he came over to me, and we had a few words, and we've been best friends ever since.
Oh, he's a real good racer. I mean, I race a lot of laps with Jerry, and over the years, since '94, and I don't know, we can race side by side for 50, 60 laps and not bang into each other and wreck each other, and just race real hard and good,
He's a gentleman racer, I guess. I mean, if you're faster than him, he'll let you go. But if he's faster than you better hang on, because he's going to run you for everything you had. He'll get in the high groove, and he will just let her eat.
Eckhardt is 72. Although no one expects him to quit anytime soon, he is planning for the future. 3 years ago, he began fielding a late model for Al Stippich.
I'm just talking after the races a couple times. I was in a street stock, and he's like, when are you going to build a late model? I said, I don't really have the money for it. And, that's kind of how it's at. And then we became closer friends as the years went on. And then he said, I'm going to buy you a car. So that's how it worked out. It takes a lot of ambition to be here, and he does it 3 nights a week. So it's a lot of drive to be able to work on them all week and be out here 3 nights a week. So he does Columbus and Jefferson and here. So
is that amazing?
Amazing, yeah. I've been racing roughly 20 years, and it takes toll on me sometimes. So it's amazing to see what he does.
7-time Slinger champion Lowell Bennett calls Eckhardt an economy racer. His best days came in a simpler time, but he still gets the most out of his limited resources.
That's who he is and what he is, and he brought from the past, and it's neat that we can integrate the past into future drivers. I'm pretty proud to be able to race with the man. He's just like a big kid. He's still having fun. And I remember coming to the track with my dad and running red, white, and blues and stuff in the 70s before I started. Jerry Eckhardt had the same hauler back then there, and it's just he is what racing is. You got to tip your cowboy hat to him.